Picture this: a red carpet glowing under flashing cameras, Blake lively, smiling that megawatt smile, every hair in place, every word rehearsed. She's untouchable, a Hollywood queen. But then, out of nowhere, a reporter steps up, microphone in hand, and asks a question that cuts through the glamour like a knife. The crowd hushes. Blake's eyes flicker. Did she just get caught in a lie? Today, we're ripping into the moment everyone's talking about. Blake Lively's explosive reaction when a journalist called her out, exposing an embarrassing truth that might unravel her perfect image. Buckle up, because this is going to get messy. Let's set the scene. It's August 2024, and Blake's promoting her new movie, It Ends With Us. The film's a big deal, based on Colleen Hoover's bestseller, tackling heavy themes like domestic violence. Blake's not just starring as Lily Bloom, she's a producer, calling shots behind the scenes. The press tour's in full swing, and she's out there charming everyone, from talk shows to premieres. But something's off. Fans start noticing cracks. Blake's pushing her hair care line during interviews, cracking jokes about floral dresses, while the movie's serious message gets sidelined. Social media lights up. People aren't happy. They're calling her tone deaf, accusing her of dodging the film's core issues. And that's just the warm-up. Enter Kjersti Fla, a Norwegian journalist who's about to throw a grenade into Blake's carefully curated world. Kjersti's no rookie. She's interviewed A-listers for years, from Brad Pitt to Margot Robbie. But back in 2016, she sat down with Blake for a chat that left scars. The interview was for Cafe Society, a Woody Allen flick. Blake was pregnant, radiant, all smiles. Kjersti, trying to break the ice, congratulates her on the baby bump. Innocent, right? Wrong. Blake's face shifts. She fires back. What about your bump? It's sharp, icy, and the room freezes. Parker Posey, sitting next to her, tries to laugh it off, but Blake doubles down, steering the interview into awkward territory. Kjersti later says that comment hit like a bullet. She'd struggled with infertility. Blake couldn't have known, but the jab stung. Kjersti walks away humiliated, her confidence shaken. Fast forward to 2024, Kjersti's had enough. She uploads that 2016 interview to YouTube with a title that screams drama, the Blake Lively interview that made me want to quit my job. The video spreads like wildfire. Comments flood in. Some call Blake a mean girl, others say Kjersti's overreacting. But the timing's brutal. Blake's already under fire for the It Ends With Us press tour. Fans dig up old clips, like one from 2017 where Blake shuts down a reporter asking about costumes in a simple favor. "Why don't you ask the men about their suits?" she snaps. It's framed as feminist, but some see it as deflection. The narrative's building. Blake's not as sweet as she seems. Now let's talk about the moment things supposedly erupted. It's a press junket for It Ends With Us, late summer 2024. Blake's fielding questions alongside her co-star, Isabella Ferrer, who plays a younger version of her character. The room's buzzing. Reporters, cameras, publicists hovering. Blake's in control, answering with that polished charm. Then a reporter, let's call them Alex, since no name's been confirmed, asks something pointed. The question's murky, in reports, but it's along the lines of, "Blake, there's chatter about you mishandling the film's message and past interviews where you've been less than kind. Care to set their cord straight?" Boom. The air shifts. Blake's smile tightens. She leans forward, voice low but sharp. "I'm not sure what you're digging for," she says, "but I'd love to know what truth you think you've uncovered." The room goes quiet. Alex doesn't back down. There's a pattern, they say, from brushing off serious topics to moments like that 2016 interview where you hurt someone. People are questioning your sincerity. Blake's eyes flash. She doesn't yell, she's too poised for that, but her words cut. "I don't play games with my work or my life. If you've got a problem with how I speak, that's your story, not mine." Isabella, sitting beside her, shifts uncomfortably. The exchange lasts maybe 30 seconds, but it feels like forever. Clips hit X within hours, and the internet explodes. Why did this hit so hard? Let's unpack it. Blake's built a brand on being relatable. Gossip Girl's Serena van der Woodsen grown up, baking cookies with Ryan Reynolds, mom of 4, all-American dream girl. But 2024's been rough. The It Ends With Us drama isn't just about her. Her co-star and director Justin Baldoni is tangled in it too. Rumors swirl they clashed on set. Blake pushed for creative control, reshaping scenes, while Justin wanted a darker cut. By premiere time, they're not even posing together. Cast. Members unfollowed Justin on Instagram, and fans smell a feud. Blake's side leaks stories painting Justin as difficult, but his team fires back, alleging she tried to hijack the film. It's a PR war, and Blake's not winning. Then there's the lawsuit. In December 2024, Blake files a bombshell complaint against Justin and his team, accusing him of sexual harassment on set. She claims he crossed lines during intimate scenes, made her uncomfortable, and retaliated when she spoke up. Justin countersues, calling it a smear campaign to fix her tarnished image. Head drops texts showing Blake joking with him, suggesting they were friendly. The legal fight's ugly, dragging in Ryan Reynolds' publicists. Even Taylor Swift's name gets tossed around. Fans pick sides, but many see Blake's moves as calculated damage control. The reporter's question at that junket? It tapped into this. Storm doubts about her authenticity, whispers she's not who she claims to be. Let's zoom out. Hollywood's a machine, and Blake's been playing the game since she was a teen. She's 37 now, navigating an industry that chews up women who don't adapt. Her charm's a shield, but it's cracking under scrutiny. That 2016 interview with Kirsty wasn't a one-off. Dig deeper, and you find stories. A stylist who felt dismissed, a co-star who hinted Blake hogs the spotlight. Nothing concrete, just threads. But threads weave patterns. The reporter's challenge wasn't just about one moment. It was about a question mark hanging over her. Is Blake Lively the victim of a witch hunt? Or is she finally being seen for who she is? Social media's ruthless. Ex-posts tear into her. Blake's always been fake, y'all just noticing now? Others defend her. She's human, not a saint. Let her breathe. The split's fascinating. It's not just about Blake, it's about us. We build stars up, then love watching them stumble. Her reaction at the junket feeds that hunger. She didn't cry or storm off. She clapped back, cool but cutting. Some call it iconic, others entitled. What's undeniable is she didn't shrink. That's Blake, poised even when cornered. Now, let's talk context. It Ends With Us isn't just a movie, it's a cultural flashpoint. Domestic violence is personal for millions, and fans wanted authenticity, not glossy promo. Blake's lighthearted interviews felt like a betrayal to some. She talked empowerment but skipped the grit. Justin, meanwhile, leaned into the issue, doing PSAs with advocacy groups. The contrast hurt her. When that reporter pushed, they weren't just, asking about old interviews. They were probing whether Blake's heart was in it. Her sharp reply suggests she felt attacked, but did she misread the room? Kirsty's video added fuel. By 2024, she's not just a journalist, she's a symbol of speaking truth to power. Her YouTube post wasn't vengeance, it was catharsis. She told Daily Mail she doesn't regret sharing it, even with Blake's lawsuit against Justin raging. Kirsty's story resonates because it's relatable. Who hasn't been blindsided by someone's cruelty? Blake's defenders argue she was young, hormonal, caught off guard in 2016. But Kirsty's pain was real, and the internet doesn't forgive easily. What's the truth here? Was Blake lying as the headlines scream? Lies imply intent, and that's trickier. Her junket clapback wasn't about denying facts. It was about rejecting the narrative. She's not admitting to a pattern of rudeness or faking her persona, but perception's a beast. Hollywood's full of stories like this, stars caught in moments that spiral. Remember Jennifer Lawrence's Golden Girl era? One snarky comment at a press conference and the tide turned. Blake's not there yet, but she's close. Let's pivot to the bigger picture. This drama's not just about Blake or a reporter. It's about power. Who controls the story? Blake's team, top-tier publicists, crisis managers, worked overtime to spin the It Ends With Us fallout. Leaks. To TMZ, friendly outlets running pro-Blake pieces. Justin's side did the same, dropping lawsuit filings on a website for all to see. The reporter at that junket? They weren't just asking a question, they were poking the machine. Blake's reaction, that controlled fury, shows she knows the stakes. One wrong word, and the internet's got a new villain. Fans are detectives now. They scour old interviews, cross-reference X posts, build timelines. A TikTok goes viral, Blake, talking over Isabella Ferrer in every "it ends with use" interview. Comments pile on, she's so self-absorbed. Isabella, to her credit, praises Blake publicly, saying she felt supported. But the optics? Rough. Another clip resurfaces. Blake pranking Penn Badgley on the Gossip Girl set, joking about his dad. It's playful to some, mean-spirited to others. The internet split, but the noise grows louder. What's Blake's next move? She's not one to hide. January 2025, she's back in the spotlight, filing an amended lawsuit against Justin, doubling down on her claims. Ryan's by her side, slamming Justin's thin-skinned outrage in court docs. They skip the Golden Globes, dodging more red carpet traps. X buzzes with theories. She's lying low, plotting a comeback, or maybe she's rattled. Her silence on the reporter incident speaks volumes. No apology, no clarification. Just Blake holding her ground. Let's dig into why this matters. Celebrity culture's a mirror. We see what we want. Blake's a canvas for that. To some, she's a boss babe taking on a toxic industry. To others, she's a privileged star dodging. Accountability. The reporter's question wasn't just a gotcha. It was a spark. It lit up doubts about authenticity, about who gets Toshin and who gets silenced. Blake's eruption, if you can call it that, wasn't a meltdown. It was a glimpse behind the curtain, a woman fighting to keep history hers. Now consider the other side. Maybe Blake's not the villain. Hollywood's brutal to women. Look at Anne Hathaway, roasted for being too earnest a decade ago. Or Kristen Stewart, ripped apart for not smiling enough. Blake's been navigating this since she was 17, playing Serena while tabloids dissected her dating life. The "it ends with us" hate. Some say it's overblown. She produced a film that grossed $350 million worldwide. She spoke about empowerment, even if it didn't land perfectly. That 2016 interview? She was pregnant, under pressure, human. The reporter's jab could have felt like a trap to her too. Still, patterns stick. Kjersti's not the only one with a story. Online, you'll find whispers. Crew members, minor actors, unnamed sources. Nothing solid, but enough to make you wonder. When Blake snapped at that junket, was it defiance or fear? Control or panic? The truth's probably both. She's not a saint or a snake, just a star caught in a moment when the mask slipped. The lawsuit. With Justin's a whole other beast. Court docs paint a nasty picture. Blake alleging harassment, Justin claiming she's orchestrating a takedown. Texts show them joking, buttocks don't show tone. Was she playing nice to keep the peace? Was he crossing lines she couldn't call out then? The reporter's question danced around. This nobody's saying lawsuit out loud, but it's there, hanging like smoke. Blake's response, that steely deflection, keeps the focus on her terms. Smart but risky, X is a circus. Posts range from "Blake's a queen, haters are jealous" to "she's done, cancel her." A meme goes viral. Blake's face photoshopped onto Regina George from Mean Girls. It's funny until you remember real. People are involved. Kjersti's thriving, posting new interviews unbothered. Isabella's staying quiet, letting Blake take the heat. Justin's fighting in court, betting on vindication. And Blake? She's still trending, for better or worse. What's the embarrassing truth the headlines scream about? There's no smoking gun, no single lie exposed. It's messier. The truth is perception. Blake's image as America's sweetheart is wobbling. Not because she's evil, but because she's human. She's made choices. Snarky comments, glossy promo, legal battles that don't always land. The reporter didn't uncover a secret. They voiced a vibe. And Blake's reaction? It didn't deny the vibe. It fed it. Let's wrap this with a question. What's authenticity in Hollywood? Blake spent years building a persona, funny, warm, empowered. But personas crack under pressure. That junket moment wasn't just about a rude interview or a feud. It was about a star facing a mirror she didn't want to see. Did she erupt? Not quite. Did she lie? Depends on who's telling the story. The internet's got its verdict, but the real truth? That's still unfolding. And just when you think it's over, another bombshell drops. What did Ryan Reynolds know and when?